You guys, welcome back to the channel. I would like to do this Planeswalker review here for you folks today. This one, of course, will be for Jace Reawakened. Before we get started, of course, we want to make sure that we thank Webcore. Webcore has been great to us. They've given us this Planeswalker here so we can do this review and take care of you guys. And really, that's what it's about. They're taking care of us so we can take care of you. And again, yes, thank you, Webcore. Thank you so much. Okay, so let's get into it. We have Jace Reawakened. Before I get started, I kind of want to just do a summary of what you'll find. I think Jace is a really good planeswalker that has the ability to spike up mana in your hand, and that's why the deck that I'll show you today is called Mana Spikes. And of course, that spiking of mana, that throwing of mana into your hand is going to help you offensively and defensively, and this is just a really good planeswalker all around. Okay, so let's get into the review in depth. Here we are, Definite Resolution. This is a passive ability. When you draw your first card each turn, if this turn is 1, 2, or 3, your blue mana bonus is increased by 1. Otherwise, increase the cost of the last card in your opponent's hand by 4. Alright, so I do like this one. Now, there's a little confusion here. What is turn 1, 2, and 3? Are those your turns? Are those both turns, including your opponent? Well, turn 1 in this case will be the first turn that you play. Alright, so on your first turn, as soon as the game starts, it will give you 1 here, right? So that will be +5 just to start the game. On the next turn you play, you're going to get another 1 here, so that's going to be 6. And then on the third turn that you play, it will be another bonus here, so that's going to be +7. That's going to be really nice. I think that's the best part of this whole thing here. The increase the cost of your opponent's card, that's interesting, but you know what? I think the buff to the mana bonus is the best part. And this is a really good microcosm of what this planeswalker is good at. It's just really good at making sure you get free mana all the time so that you can play some really good offense and defense. Okay, really quickly, mana bonus is here. You can take a look for yourself. You'll get some good bonus for the blue. The black, you'll get some bonus too. And white and green also, you get 2 and 1 respectively. The only minus here is the red, and that's alright. Okay, so take a look here. We have the life totals, 113. 113 I think is appropriate. This is a very good defensive planeswalker, so you're not going to need a whole ton of life points here, especially if you build the deck correctly and you kind of lean into his power. Okay, so what is that power? That power is the ability to just throw tons of mana into your hand. If you're able to do that, you're going to be able to launch cards from your hand. This is going to help you offensively and defensively, and that's really what Jace is good at here. Okay, now let's take a look at his abilities. Alright, Psychic Manipulation. Discard the last card from your hand, gain X mana. X is the base cost of the discarded card. Alright, so obviously you're going to want to have the last card in your hand, the card that you want to discard. And what I would tell you is take a look at maybe Portal of Phyrexia, right? That's a big one. You can discard that from your hand. That's going to give you 28 mana to the first cards in your hand, and that's going to help you to play stuff. Or what I would do is play Portal to Phyrexia as the first card, and maybe choose an expensive creature. Put that one at the bottom. You'll discard the expensive creature. Hopefully that's enough to pay off the Portal to Phyrexia. That card will be on the board, and at the beginning of your next turn, you'll be able to pull the discarded creature out of the graveyard and put them into play. So that's really good. 2 stuff for the price of 1 there with the Portal to Phyrexia. Okay, so let's take a look at this second one here. Memory Reversal. Return up to 1 random opposing support to their owner's hand. This effect can affect vanguards. Return the first opposing creature to their owner's hand, then increase the cost of those cards by 6. This is a really good one. I would try to use this with Steam Core Scholar, obviously. Steam Core Scholar is really good at making sure you have enough loyalty in your hand, so that way you can play this one repeatedly in a game. Obviously, if you have an opponent that's trying to play a support or a creature, you can bounce it back to the hand, and that will provide you with some really good defense there. They won't be able to play anything as long as you have that Steam Core Scholar just bouncing things back. So really good there. Here's the next one, Telepathic Shock. Drain all mana from your opponent's hand. Deal X damage to your opponent's planeswalker. X is 45 minus the amount of mana drained from their hand in this way. Exile the last 2 cards from your hand. Then the first 2 cards in your exile gain plot 6 and the plotted emblem. So really what this one will do is It drains from your opponent's hand. It does some damage to your opponent. That's really good in itself, those two things. But it'll take the last two cards, discard them from your hand. Actually, not discard. It'll exile them into your exile. And then they'll give it to you again for free at the end of your turn, so you can play it next turn. That's a really good one. All I would say here is that this one is bugged at the current time. Now, what I mean by bugged is that this one, reportedly, if you play it 2 times in a game, it will cause like a soft lock, a soft freeze. It's not a thing that happens every single time, but it kind of does happen consistently. So this one Webcore is currently working on a fix for, and by the time this thing gets out into the vault for purchase with gold, I'm sure it'll be fixed. Webcore is just really good about fixing things as quickly as possible, so no worries on that one. But yeah, this one is a good one. Obviously, I would just try to put the 2 cards that I want at the bottom of your hand, the last 2, and then they'll get discarded, well, exiled, and then brought back, and you'll play them for free the next turn. Alright, so let's take a look here. Any deck that you build for this particular Planeswalker, make sure you lean into the convert to blue, right? Because that's one of the strengths. And then make sure you use cards like these ones here that are going to help you to draw, okay? Because obviously we're going to be able to throw a lot of mana into the hand. You're going to be able to play a lot of cards, but none of that's going to be of any use to you if you don't have cards in your hand, okay? So that's basically what you want to do for any deck that you build. This particular deck is a championship level deck, and it features Eater of Virtue. Okay, so this is an important one. At the beginning of your turn, your first creature gets +2/+0 and gains all the basic evergreens from creatures in your exile until the beginning of your next turn. That's the important part here. So if you have this in your exile and this is the first card, you can see what's going on. You'll have all of these abilities here plus the double strike, and that's really nice. That will make sure that pretty much you can kill every creature that's coming your way and not take any damage. Alright, so let's take a look at some gameplay footage. Now with this one, what I'm trying to do is show you how awesome those mana bonuses are, and then kind of help you to understand how to use that first ability. That first ability is incredible. I think that might be either the best ability or the second best ability that this Planeswalker has. And like I said, the reason for that is it just makes you a lot faster, and really that's really what you want. This thing is a real engine to make it go fast, right? And that's an excellent thing for this particular Planeswalker. Okay, we're looking good. I'm going to end up using that Leyline of the Guild Pack to just discard, and then use it as a way to start filling my hand with mana, using that first ability, of course. So we'll see what we can do. There we go, some mana bonuses helping us out there. Alright, Echoing Deeps is going to go here. Ooh, there's a match 5. Sweet, I was hoping to get some more blue on the board, and we did. Alright, what I'm looking at here, oh, is another match 5. Give me some more blue. There we go, look at that. So that's what I was talking about. That's why this one is so effective, right? Go confirm. That one is so effective just because you're going to get the ability to play a lot of things. I like this one here. It gives you the buff, right? So that's super cool. Leyline of the Guild Pack. What I'm going to do is... shucks. There's not much I can do. I was hoping to see if I can just match loyalty, because this one here, I don't really want to play. I'd rather discard it and see if I can get something else. Right, there's another Eater of Virtue. Okay, and then you can see what's going on here, folks, right? I'd definitely like to hit this first ability. But it's not exactly going to help me. And in this point here, I'm going to have to just turn it off. But when you build for this Planeswalker, you're definitely going to have to make sure that you got a lot of draw coming into the deck. If I had some extra draw here, you'd see more cards. And then obviously I'd hit that first ability, and that first ability would just be awesome to pay for some of the things that I want, right? But anyway... Oh, look, there we go. That's a good one here. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of that one. And then the reason for that, obviously, is we want to make sure that this guy gets the double strike that he will get when you have that Eater of Virtue. And then you'll see exactly what I'm talking about here. When our turn begins, he'll get the double strike just because the card that I just discarded had double strike on it, and there it is. And that's really an awesome thing, just because we want to make sure we do a ton of damage. Okay, I tell you what, this is not the best use of this card here. What I'm thinking about is getting rid of this card. It'll make that guy free. You know what, for the sake of this video, I think I will do that. I want to just get these cards out because we're doing a good job here. We're definitely in control of the game. And really what we are focusing on right now is just loading up some damage to get this thing done. Look at that. Looks like we're going to win on the next turn. Alright guys, I hope you guys... Oh, look at that. I was going to sign off. I was going to give you guys the like and subscribe already. But nope, we're still in it. Okay. You know what? Let's do this. Make that second ability here do some work for us. We'll pop that one out. Now we have the ability to attack again. And then, yeah, time to say the sign off. Alright guys, so thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. That really helps the channel. Share with all your friends, of course. And yeah, that's it for us. Good gaming, guys.